What's the It's your boy Jason Mike, Mr. Athletic over everything, and today I wanted to talk about something that is one of my passions, but something I really don't talk much about online, and that is my passion for music, rap music, culture, fashion, all these different things. And I believe that this outlet will be a perfect place to start doing this. Have a bunch of different interests, as you can tell if you just look behind me. Uh, got millions of dollars worth of sport collectibles, baseball cards, comic books, start lineups, you name it. But one of the bigger things I wanted to talk about is DJ Akademiks, cultural icon in my eyes. Um, One of the reasons why people like myself who are older even know about a lot of these younger acts. It came by way of DJ Akademiks' platform. He recently just started his own podcast. He's two official episodes in. Had one with 6ix9ine earlier, but the ones where he just started off, I kind of wanted to discuss that, but also some of the mistakes that I believe that he has made. I, for one, believe that he is probably the most influential platform in hip hop, and he doesn't get his just due. And I also would be telling you a lie if I ever said that I hadn't watched 99.9% of all the content he's ever put out. I've been on those chats. I haven't missed a live stream on Twitch ever. You know what I'm saying? So with this being said, this is more or less a critique, but at the same time, I think it's only one way for this to actually end up, and it's to go up. Now, I watch a lot of the criticism that he gets online. I believe that a lot of it is self-inflicted. Now, it looks like he's getting bullied a lot, and he is getting bullied. And some of the takes that some of the people like my son to Meek Mill have made about him, I think are absolute bullshit. You can talk shit about me, but since you view me as a square, how dare I respond? You know what I'm saying? So I think, for one, that is corny. And I think the fact that he don't give a fuck at this point and he's letting his nuts hang, people are so surprised. But much of this is his fault. He actually had an opportunity to make people respect his mind years ago. For whatever reason, he chose the high road when it came down to letting people know how he was actually giving it up. A lot of people had no idea that Akademiks was actually a millionaire, or he was not living in his mom's basement. People went too far with the narrative, and I think even to this day, all that he has done and accomplished, a lot of people still think he's this person that doesn't really exist outside of a basement, not realizing the man's living in a multi-million-dollar compound. And I think the fact that people perceive him this way is his fault. He could have dropped his nuts early and let people know, like, yo, I'm really getting the bag. I'm really getting to it. And the one thing about it is people respect when you get money, or the fact that the countless number of IG model girls he done messed with, or the fact that he has all these foreign cars and all this kind of stuff. If he would have been a little bit more outgoing with some of this stuff, I think a lot of this would not have happened. He wouldn't have gotten the corny tag so hard. He could have prevented some of this stuff. But I think one of the other issues that he's going to have with this podcast is the fact that he has put on a lot of these younger guys. Before Akademiks, I thought music was in a terrible place. I did not understand the little Uzi Verts, the little Yachties, and to a certain extent, Lil Baby. Didn't get it at all, right? But you keep hearing him talk about some of these people. I looked into it, realized Lil Baby is really a problem. Uzi Vert is super talented. Lil Yachty is a little bit different in terms of what he actually does, but his package overall is something that is powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I think the fact that a lot of the guys he deals with, from the Rich the Kid interview today, or the NBA young boys and things of that nature. These people are not people who present themselves in a certain light to where you can actually watch the shit. Rich the Kid interview was terrible because Rich the Kid is so high out his brains, trying to be super cool. The angles in which the podcasts are shot in are terrible, along with the set. The set needs to go as well. He has some things that he can do with his set to try to bring it in a little bit further. It makes it look like he's shooting that shit in his garage or something, instead of it being in an actual studio. Maybe come from behind the turntables, or have just a more natural setup where it's like just a table with two turntables. He's behind the mic and he's on side with them on the same side. It's a way that it can be shot to where it doesn't look so distant. But that's like a whole different criticism of it. I think the fact that a lot of the guys that he also deals with, they talk about how they're very shy and don't deal with the media and things of that nature. The older artists view him as a sucker. So it makes it to where it's going to be hard for him to get the more well-respected, the better spoken guys that come on his platform. So I think he's in a bad situation if he goes down the line and that it looks like he's going down. I've watched him give up his position on YouTube. He did not have to give up his position on YouTube to become DJ Akademiks, the American podcaster. He could have kept that lane. I think some of it happened maybe where he might have been a little lazy, or the fact that he really wasn't interested in having a lot of help. I would have had other people hustle down these stories. I go do the voiceover, have someone else send the file up to get uploaded to Instagram or wherever it needed to go. So he allowed DJ Ghost to come in and collect a lot of that market space. Shit, I can't think his name offhand right now, but Dom is Live came in and took up a lot of his marketplace to the point where I'm not even sure if he's still the #1 person. He might be number 3 out of those people in terms of just viewership and subscribers and things of that nature. He did not have to give that up, but he wanted to be bigger. He wants to go in that Charlemagne route. He thinks he should be late night type guy, or the voice of the culture for real. But if you're going to be the culture for real, there's some things he has to do. He has to go and hit the weight room. He has to lose some weight, change the perspective. Not saying that he has to look like a model or anything, but dressing with those hoodies, nondescript hats, things of this nature, it makes it to where people will never take him serious. So some of the stuff that he can really go and change his image to where other people have to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? To the point where labels are giving him hundreds of thousands of dollars because his platform is so big, but yet the people who need him aren't respecting him. It should be almost mandatory that they have to come deal with DJ Akademiks due to the fact of all the money that they're giving him to promote their albums and things of that nature. I just hope that he's able to transcend what he has done in the culture from Twitch to Instagram to this podcast, because if he doesn't, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Because what's happening is it looks like, I think people were thinking he was going to have a podcast that was going to be similar to his stream or to how he comes off on Instagram when he rants and stuff like that. He needs to figure out a way to be able to have discussions that are closer together, not so distant, not seem so excited to see these artists like it's almost groupie-ish almost. You know what I'm saying? Get to the point where, you know, it's more or less conversations amongst friends, or you have a better control of the situation. Right now, it feels very much like he's a B mic, when he is truly a super A mic on Twitch and on Instagram, or if he ever feels any disrespect. When he goes off, that is what people are going to want to see from a podcast scenario. And then also, he's doing a podcast 3 days a week. He said he's not going to He's not going to stop streaming. I don't personally see a situation where he'll be able to do that. I look forward to seeing that he's streaming and things of that nature, but at some point you're going to run out of stuff to talk about. People aren't going to want to hear that. I think that in terms of the way the podcast is shot, there were, like today, they had it shot with the big dude in the shot with him, with Rich the Kid. That guy shouldn't have been on camera, or it should have been zoomed in. It should have been zoomed in on Rich the Kid, and if he gets caught in the shot, he gets caught in the shot. But it just looks too distant. He also looks too small. So right now, I'm actually on a bar stool in front of my desk. If I were to do this sitting down from a further distance, I would get lost in the desk. So the same with him. I think that's something that he could fix. But overall, I think that he is truly the voice of the culture, especially for a certain demographic. I think that if he can figure out a way to get his Twitch on a podcast, he's going to be fine. He'll take over the shit. But if he tries to go the Charlemagne route with trying to get these certain conversations, I don't see that really working right now because people don't see him in that space. But this was just some thoughts, and it kind of made me think about it because I'm truly a supporter of him and his platform. So hopefully that he gets that together. All right, guys. Later.